Welcome to Go-Go's Library. Number 12, Butterfree. Butterfree is a dual-type bug-flying Pokemon introduced in Generation 1. It has a gender ratio of 50% male and 50% female. It stands 3 feet 7 inches or 1.1 meters tall and weighs 70.5 pounds or 32 kilograms. When battled, it yields 2 special attack and 1 special defense EV. It evolves from Metapod starting at level 10, and it is the final form of Caterpie. Butterfree can Gigantamax into Gigantamax Butterfree if it has the Gigantamax factor. Biology. Butterfree is a Lepidopteran insect Pokemon, which resembles a vaguely anthropomorphic butterfly with a purple body. Unlike true insects, it only has 2 body segments and 4 light blue legs. The upper pair of its legs resemble small, 3-fingered hands, while the lower pair resemble long, digitless feet. Butterfree has 2 black antennae, a light blue snout with 2 fangs underneath, and large red compound eyes. Its 2 pairs of wings are white with black vegetation. 2 oval scales on a female butterfly's lower wings are black, but they are white on a male. The wings of Butterfree are coated with poisonous scales that easily fall off continuously as it flies. If inhaled, it results in several status conditions. Using this powder, it will defend Caterpie from bird Pokemon. This powder also repels water, enabling it to fly and gather honey even in the rain. Butterfree can use its sensitive antenna to detect odors of blooming flowers 6 miles or 10 kilometers from its nest in search of nectar, which it carries with its hairs on its legs. Sometimes it has territorial disputes with Cutie over fields of flowers. It also consumes saps from trees pierced by Heracross, as seen in the Pokemon the Series episode A Sappy Ending. Butterfree is found in temperate forests and jungles, but it is also observed in the episode Bye Bye Butterfree flying near the ocean as part of its migratory breeding pattern. As shown in Pokemon Sleep, Butterfree is known to sleep while flapping its wings. It tends to accidentally scatter highly toxic dust while sleeping. Butterfree has a Gigantamax form. As Gigantamax Butterfree, its wings become shades of bright and dark green and with white pattern. A fur-like circle attaches to Gigantamax Butterfree's back at the base of its wings. Its antennae also become bright green and extend to the point where the tip bends, and 3 red clouds surround them. Its eyes glow bright red. Several green scales created from crystallized Gigantamax energy can be seen floating around Gigantamax Butterfree. These are its most effective weapons, capable of causing paralysis, poisoning, or sleep. Gigantamax Butterfree scatters these scales by the winds that it generates with each flap of its wings. These render it powerful enough to lift a 10-ton truck. Gigantamax Butterfree is the only known Pokemon capable of using the G-Max move G-Max Befuddle. Anime appearances. Ash's Butterfree. Ash had a Butterfree that he caught as a Caterpie, the first Pokemon he ever caught. He evolved from Metapod in Challenge of the Samurai. Butterfree was also the first Pokemon that Ash let go, allowing him to make with the pink Butterfree and Bye Bye Butterfree. He later reunited with Ash, and this could be the start of something big. Butterfree also appeared in I Choose You, which is set in a different continuity from Pokemon the series. He evolved from Metapod during a battle against a primate. Pink Butterfree. In Bye Bye Butterfree, Ash's Butterfree fell in love with a pink Butterfree and fought to save her from Team Rocket. At the end of the episode, Ash releases Butterfree to mate with the pink Butterfree. The pink Butterfree reappeared in I Choose You. Go's Butterfree. In working my way back to Mew, Go caught a male Butterfree. He has since made further appearances in Pokemon Journeys. Multiple wild Butterfree appeared in Bye Bye Butterfree, all under the ownership of trainers, who released them so that they could engage in the mating ceremony. Ash's Butterfree became one of these Butterfrees. In A Friend Indeed, Richie's Butterfree, nicknamed Happy, was used to help Richie get out of Team Rocket's runaway truck safely. In Friend and Foe Alike and Friends to the End, it was used during Richie's battles in the Indigo Plateau Conference. In Pokeball Peril, an Orange Islands variant of Butterfree living on Valencia Island appeared. It had not eaten for days despite Professor Ivy's attempt to make different kinds of food for it. It took a liking to Brock's food, however, and was one of the reasons he stayed behind. It reappeared in a flashback in A Tense Situation. In Caterpie's Big Dilemma, Xander has a giant Butterfree. After Team Rocket kidnapped Dr. Gordon and flew away on Jesse's Dustox, it evolved from a metapod to chase Team Rocket. Butterfree shrunk back to its normal size at the end of the episode. In the unbeatable lightness of seeing, Drew used a Butterfree during his 2-on-2 contest battle against May. Butterfree battled alongside Rosalia against Combuskin and Beautifly and managed to win. In Butterfree and Me, multiple Butterfree evolved from Metapod on Wayfarer Island. One Butterfree had befriended Ash as a Caterpie, and Ash spent much of the episode helping it eventually evolve into its final form. In I Choose You, multiple Butterfree engaged in a mating ceremony that Ash's Butterfree took part of, much like the events of Bye Bye Butterfree. In Spell of the Unknown, Entei Lisa used a Butterfree during her battle against Ash, where it went up against his Bulbasaur. The match ended with Bulbasaur being dazed with sleep powder and finished off with a gust of wind. And riding the winds of change, a Butterfree was among the many Pokemon Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy used to blow a Gligar away from the city. A wild Butterfree appeared in the Pokemon Ranger in the Kidnap Riolu Part 1. Two additional Butterfree appeared in the following episode. In a relay in the sky, a trainer's Butterfree was participating in the Pokemon Sky Relay. It was in a team also consisting of a Hydreigon and a Masquerain. In Lily's exhilarating challenge, a Butterfree flew past Lily's balcony and received some food. It reappeared in a glaring rivalry. In A Seasoned Search, two Butterfree were among the flying type attracted by Bounsweet's sweet scent in their attempts to attract an Oricorio. In Partner Promises, a Butterfree was resident of Treasure Island. It reappeared in Alola Alola when Ash revisited the island alongside his classmates and Misty. In Battle Royal 151, a trainer's Butterfree competed in the Battle Royal preliminary round of the Mondanello Conference but ended up losing. Trivia: Butterfree was the first Pokemon shown in the Pokemon series with an alternate color, pink in this case. This has only been seen in the single female, and unlike a shiny Butterfree, which has green eyes and pink wings, limbs, and snout, this Butterfree only differed in its pink body and wings. Butterfree shares its category with Beautifly. They are both known as the Butterfly Pokemon. Butterfree can be seen as a parallel to Beedrill. Both of their unevolved stages evolve at level 7 and again at level 10. They both go through metamorphosis like evolution and have the same base stat total of 395. Also, while Beedrill is exclusive to Black and Black 2, Butterfree is exclusive to White and White 2. Both also have an alternate form only available in battle, Gigantamax Butterfree and Mega Beedrill respectively. In Butterfree's artwork for Fire Red and Leaf Green, a line was missing for one of its lower wings that would eventually be fixed with the release of X and Y. Origins: Butterfree seems to be based on the black-veined white butterfly. Butterfree's parallels to Beedrill could possibly be a reference to the phrase float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, which was coined by American boxer Muhammad Ali. This is further backed by the phrase being used in 2 episodes of the English dub of the Pokemon animated series as floating like a butterfly and sting like a Beedrill. Butterfree may be a combination of butterfly and free. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for listening, and be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the next chapter of Go-Go's Library.